Welcome back. For the first time, Chicago voters will decide who's on the city's Board of Education. Starting January 15th, the school board will go from 7 members appointed by the mayor to a 21-member board. Voters will elect 10, and Mayor Brandon Johnson will appoint the other 11. Now, along with being a new race on the ballot, the school board elections are crucial to Chicago public schools. The board is responsible for making key financial decisions, including how taxpayer dollars are funded. More than 30 candidates are running in 10 districts. And joining us now is Mila Koumpilova, a reporter for Chalkbeat Chicago, a nonprofit news organization covering education. So thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So as you know, this school board race is historic. So let's take a step back here and remind us to how this ended up on the ballot in the first place.
Sure. Well, as you pointed out, Chicago has always had an appointed board. Since the mid-90s, it's been the mayor who decides who serves on the board. But after many years of lobbying by various community groups and the Chicago Teachers Union, state lawmakers passed and Governor Pritzker signed a law in 2021 that allowed for this transition to unelected school boards. Then there was a lot of back and forth to figure out how exactly to do the elections, which brings us to now and to November 5th, when residents will get to vote on school board members for the first time.
I think this is a very important question for those who are wondering, what specifically do school board members do, and also why are they important, and why should voters care?
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. It's a really key governing body for Chicago Public Schools. A number of really important functions, even though the board, it's not a micromanager that decides how schools are run day to day. They do have the power to hire and supervise and evaluate the CEO.
Okay.
And to fire him, which is a power that has been
right now,
in the
right?
news, yes, recently. They also review and approve various policies that the administration brings to them. And really key, as you mentioned, they review and approve the almost $10 billion budget of the district.
A lot of money there, which is really important as to how they're spending it.
Yes.
And finally, how can voters learn more about the candidates in their specific district?
There are a lot of resources out there. I am a little partial to some that Chalkbeat Chicago put together, one in partnership with WBEZ and the Chicago Sun-Times that provides just very straightforward information on the candidates and where they stand on various important issues, and another with Block Club Chicago that is basically profiles of all the 10 district races. But there are also, I believe most or almost all of the candidates have websites where you can learn more about their positions, and there are other resources out there online and all over the place.
But Chalkbeat Chicago obviously having a lot of that information on the website that people can learn more about this very historic race, correct?
For sure, yes.
Thank you so much, Mila Koumpilova. We really appreciate you being here with us and giving us an insight to all of this. Reporter with Chalkbeat Chicago. And to get a look at those voter guides from Chalkbeat, just check out their website, chalkbeatchicago.org. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.